join me in welcoming the Honourable Brad Wall, Premier of Saskatchewan. Thank you.
Thanks very much, Kyle. Hello, everyone. We have been actually working on the feds because we've told them that weather's a federal responsibility. But now that it's starting to warm up, I think we'll accept provincial responsibility for some of that. So this is a pretty special day for people in Moose Jaw and area. There's been a lot of talk about the need for a new hospital and about its eventual replacement, but I think there's been, well, certainly not impatience, but just growing interest on the part of the community as to when we'd actually come to a day when we're moving dirt, when we're going to turn the sod and begin to build this new facility. And so I want to say this first and foremost. I want to acknowledge some people, everyone who's gathered here, obviously. I want to acknowledge the board members that have been a part of the process. I want to acknowledge the leadership from the City of Moose Jaw, former Mayor Hagel, and now, Deb, I want to thank you as well for your leadership and that of councils, because there's a 20% component that's essential from the local community, not a small amount, frankly, and the city's had a very progressive view. And I also want to acknowledge our MLAs who've worked very hard on this. Warren now for some period of time, and Greg more recently since the last election. Lyle, as the Thunder Creek MLA, has been involved, but there has been a clarion and steady call for this day, for this particular announcement, and for this project to go ahead. So I want to thank them for their strong advocacy. You know, this is a kind of a special day in the life of a province when a major new facility is being announced, but this one is in particular very special because of the design that's gone into it. The word state-of-the-art gets thrown around by politicians and others a lot, but it truly applies with respect to what's going to be built right here in Moose Jaw. We're going to see dedicated family space in this facility. We're going to see lots of room, as you can tell, for parking and any attendant development. And we're going to see the STARS helipad right on site. As you know, we now have STARS in the province, and they're doing a great job. And where we have to catch up in terms of other facilities is on the helipad. Well, we won't have to do that here in Moose Jaw. It'll be obviously designed right into the facility. We've used lean design to get to the point where we are at today for this particular facility to be able to truly claim that it's state-of-the-art. This hospital was designed by the people who will work here. It was also designed by patients. It was designed by family members of patients. 200 people, more than 200 people were consulted in the process, including doctors and nurses, therapists, dietary workers, maintenance workers, and housekeepers, and patients and family members. Involving patients and families was imperative because obviously they are the people that have to be the priority in this particular facility. So in this particular facility, in this hospital, services will come to the patient rather than patients going to the services. And this might sound like a lot of common sense, but we've been building and designing hospitals the other way around, frankly, for a very long time. Not just us, but right across the Western world. We're now using a different approach, where the design of this facility will bring services right to the patient. The objective here is to provide the right care in the right place at the right time. We hope that employees, so essential in our patient-first effort, and healthcare professionals will benefit from working in a lean design facility. There will be operational efficiencies and improvements in safety, and it'll just be a great place to be able to work. The positive feedback through the design process is something that we've been able to mark. We note, for example, that a patient participant, Doug Meisner, and I'm not sure if Doug's here with us. There he is, right there. Doug has provided some input into the hospital design. Here's what he told the Moose Jaw Times-Herald. Quote, "This is not about building a hospital. The whole process is about changing the way healthcare is provided to the city, and the hospital is just part of that process. The hospital is a lot more efficient because the entire process is being changed." There have been a lot of hours put into this by people like Doug and others who are going to be delivering care, and we want to thank them and acknowledge the fact that they're going to make this much more than just a hospital, but a true community health care center because of what they've been able to provide in terms of input. Again, we want to acknowledge the local community for the 20% input. The province is obviously committed 80% to this project. But we also need to thank the Moose Jaw Health Foundation for its ongoing efforts to raise money to pay for furniture and equipment for the new facility. Together, we're going to make this state-of-the-art hospital a reality. as we're out here to turn a little bit of sod. And we're going to remember that as we do so, we have a chance to ensure that this is the facility that Moose Jaw has wanted for a very, very long time, and even more importantly, that this is a facility that Moose Jaw and area have deserved for a very, very long time. Thanks for coming out this morning.